This is Big Craig, and this is my top 10 things that makes a rapper whack. Number one, if you have a gimmick that you know is gonna go mainstream, if it's some clown shit, some shit that you know people gonna think is funny, they're not gonna really take it serious. They just wanna laugh and use that as a party jam or something that's gonna make people chuckle or something like that. Then you whack. It's a whack tactic that's been used for years, and a lot of people got success from it, and it made people happy and it was fun, but it was nothing that really moved the hip hop culture. It never resonated with the hood, or it never really resonated with people who take the culture seriously. Then you whack. Number two, if you only exist in hip hop because you was once a cute little kid, or your mom or your dad used to want to be rappers or something, and they had aspirations and it didn't really work out for them too good, so when you was born they used you to do talent shows, and you never really had no skill or nothing, but people thought it was cute. They probably put your pants on backwards or made you grow some braids or something like that, and used you for the entertainment value as the cute little kid factor, but you never really had skill, and when you got old enough to write your own rhymes or something like that, you was still whack, and you couldn't really hide behind your childhood cuteness no more, and you was a whack rapper. And even if you got famous off of that, you probably was a one-hit wonder type of dude. Never really amounted to too much. Never really had no skill. Nobody took you seriously. But you probably can continue to tour or something like that. You got a few loyal fans, but overall, you whack, and you was just only in the game for, you was only interested in that career because that's what you knew as a shorty, and your mom and your dad ruined you. Number three, if you're a female and all you have to offer is sex appeal, get on the mic, you talk about what you can do sexually. What dude wouldn't want to hear that? Even if it's just for the eye candy value of it. You just eye candy, You dress provocative, and you really know that you don't have nothing to offer lyrically. Nothing that a person gonna want to hear, or you don't get the rewind factor. You ain't gonna get that, oh, she dope kind of reaction, but you're gonna get that, oh yeah, she got a fatty. Yeah, look at that camel toe. She banging. I hit that. If that's your only response from men is I hit that, then you whack, and you just in the way of people like myself who really respect the culture, or you're just in the way of MCs like MC Light or the Queen Latifahs or the Yo-Yos or the Antoinettes or the Lady of Rages. Women who have real skill. Really has something to offer, to have that, let me rewind that, she was dope kind of factor. You're not that. So, even Nicki Minaj, she got skill, Number four, if you're a dude and the only kind of music you do is the music that the niggas in your hood like, and you whack. Because you're not a leader, you're a follower. You're only doing what that's getting the seal of approval from dudes you respect. It's not showing that they respect you. It ain't like you creating something new and innovative that you bring it to them, and you opening their mind up and letting them realize some things that they may not have thought about. That's what an MC do. You when you get that reaction from your friends, like, oh, that was dope. I didn't think about it that way. You're not really growing your hood. So if all you doing is just basically doing what they say do, like, oh yeah, son, you gotta make this kind of song for the streets, or you gotta talk about this. And, basically they wrote your rhymes. Basically they created you. So you do owe them money. You do need to take care of them if you blow up, because without them, you wouldn't have your own creative ideas. They molded you, homie. Get with it. Number 5, if you rap about the next man's life too much, you know, get off niggas' dick, man. You know, be your own man. You know, I don't really even care if that's like your biological twin brother, or your big brother, or your uncle, or your daddy. You know, be your own man. You know, stop rapping about what they doing. Rap about what yourself, what you bring to the table as a man. You know, what you can accomplish as a man. You know, you know. That's a big problem in the game today, you know, because dudes never really lead by example. They always trying to, you know, rap about their neighborhood or who was around them. Never what they did, you know. And that's a difference from back in the day when you had guys like, you know, Ice Cube or Ice T's and the Nas's and the Jay-Z's who really lived what they talk about, you know, and they had good perspectives on it. Number 6, if all you do is rap about the dudes you grew up with, or, you know, what other niggas is doing, like I said before, or never what you doing, you know, that really makes you whack, because, you know, you really need to take the time out to expand your mind and expand your own thoughts. You know, you got feelings and emotions too, right? You know, you rap about them. Why, you know, always talk about what your homeboy did when he was in the club. He popping bottles, or we popping bottles, but it's technically not we, it's them. You know, you just so happen to be in the area when it was going down. You know, because you didn't initiate this stuff. You know, you ain't the one who technically had the bottles being popped, or you weren't the one who was technically moving the keys, or you weren't the one who was technically pushing that Benz. It was your guy, you know. You ain't doing nothing for the culture, homie. And you know, you the kind of dudes that get extorted and get exploited. You know, when your homeboys get sick of you, and you know, and they come forth and be like, yeah, man, that nigga wasn't doing nothing, man. You know, that was us. You know, and he's a lame. And you know, we ain't rocking for him like that no more. You be them kind of dudes, man, that get made examples out of all the time. You know, and you know, I know you guys ain't gonna stop doing it just because I'm saying stop doing it. You know, because you know, you guys might stop fucking with you or something. You know, they won't talk to you, they won't validate you no more, and you need that validation. You need your hood. You know, you know, you need your hood more than your hood needs you. You're replaceable to your hood. Cats like you, man. Y'all punks, man. Bitch ass niggas, man. To the highest degree. And y'all need to be y'all need to be representing hip hop culture, man. Fag type niggas, man. You know. And last but not least, man, you know, I don't really agree with this whole thing about you shouldn't be rapping when you're over 30 years old, or you know, rapping is a young man's game. I don't really subscribe to that. But I do feel like this, you know. If you're over 30 years old and all you rapping about is the club, or, you know, you're still trying to make music for the club, and you're still trying to fit in with young niggas, you know, and you're trying to impress young niggas, you feel like that's the only way you can relate is to, you know, subscribe to the ignorance of the young man. Because, you know, when you're young, you're naturally ignorant. We all been there. But if you're in your 30s, man, and you're not trying to teach the youth, the only thing you're doing is, you know, trying to be like these niggas, man. You a clown. I think you a clown, and I know the young niggas think you a clown. And you making hip hop look bad. You're the reason why people say, you know, you shouldn't be rapping over 30. It's niggas like you. And if you blow up and you're successful at it, you're still a clown. You're just a successful clown. You're a successful clown. If you rap about your homies, you're just a dick rider, a successful dick rider clown, and your homeboys is more respected than you. And you know, niggas like you, y'all the reason why DJs get more love than a writer. When you're a rapper, man, you're supposed to be a writer, man. You're supposed to be able to write and really have an impact on the listener, not just the music. The music's supposed to be dope too, but what you saying, man, should be dope to the listener. To the point where they are moved by what you're saying. But if you can't do that, and every time somebody hear your album, it's, oh yeah, the beats is hot. His album hot. What's hot about it? Oh, the beats is banging all the way through. Well, that means you whack because nobody paid attention to what you said. That just means that your beats was hot and your beats saved your album. And it's so easy to make beats now because with Pro Tools and with Reason, all of this shit is templates. It ain't like producers like back in the day when you had a Dre or Ant Banks or a DJ Quick or a DJ Premier, somebody who really had to put together a beat and be original. This shit nowadays with the machine and Pro Tools and Reason and Fruity Loops, all this shit is templated. It's just cut and paste. Ain't no brain, ain't a whole lot of brain to that. So if you can't sit down and pen nothing that's more original than a nigga who 15 or 16 who could make a hot beat, you the reason why hip hop is where it's at today, man. You kind of niggas, industry niggas and local niggas, regional niggas, whatever, man. You niggas is fucking up the game, bro. And and like I said, with females too, if you just only spitting sex appeal type shit, you ain't moving your culture, man. From the Queen Latifahs and from the MC Lights who really had an impact, who could really hold their own against niggas, like Lady of Rage could hold her own with Snoop Dogg and Corrupt and Antoinette. Y'all might not know about her, but she was dope, and so many more. The Brat, oh my God, the Brat had much skill, but now it's like the females, everybody want to be Nicki Minaj, and it's counterproductive, and like I said, you young niggas, man, when you 12 and 13, don't do this shit because your mom and your dad said do it. I knew I was hip hop from birth, yo. Like I knew when I was like 5 or 6 years old, man, that I was strictly hip hop with this shit. My brothers, my family, they music background had nothing to do with me. I was a writer from birth, real shit. Highland Park, I'm one of the coldest writers ever, And if y'all lucky enough to hear my music one day, you will see that. You'll be like, yeah, bro, I was poignant with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's neither here nor there. You just gotta. I encourage, people to do this shit from the heart, man. Cause ain't nothing like a writer. Ain't nothing like a person who could really sit down and pen out his thoughts. You don't need a ghostwriter. If you gotta get a ghostwriter, use a whack nigga. If another nigga ever wrote any bar in your rap, use a whack nigga because, you can use insight, but nobody should never have to write nothing for you. You should be original enough and creative enough and insightful enough to know what you feeling inside, how you feeling, and how you want to get that feeling across to help somebody else who might be feeling that same way, or encourage somebody else, or motivate somebody else. Or teach somebody else. That's what writing is about. The music is just the soundtrack to what you writing about. Like my man Jadakiss them said, y'all need beats for help. We help the beat. The beat is for you. It ain't to make the producer hot. It ain't to make the DJ the shit. The beat is for you, nigga. Step your shit up. Big Craig. Holla at me, man. I can teach you how to do it. Big Craig Productions, man. Holla at me, man. I'm on Facebook, West Juno CB. I'm on Twitter, Big Craig _HP.
Y'all ain't ready. Hey, hey, hey.